Welcome to another episode of Tracking Plan 101, your crash course for taming the wild world of managing client tracking setups in a less stressful way. Today we're talking about exporting and importing JSON schemas, or in plain English, copying your client's event specs from one plan to another without losing your mind. Let's say you've nailed the perfect GA4 setup for a client. Why start it from scratch for another client or another project? Trackingplan lets you copy your specs so you can replicate your client's setups while keeping the same rules and specifications across various clients, panels, or providers. For it, just open the export menu you'll find at the top right of any destination. For this example, we'll illustrate it by exporting this GA4 setup. Then, click on JSON schema. Now it's time to select all the events and properties you'd like to export. By default, Trackingplan includes everything, but if you're picky, you have the possibility to uncheck what you don't need, or hit Clear All and cherry-pick only the ones that interest you. To make this even easier, you can first narrow your selection using the filtering options. This will help you focus on specific events and properties, making the export process more tailored to your needs. For example, let's say you only want to export events that contain the discount property. By applying these filters first, if we click again on Export JSON Schema, we'll ensure the exported file contains only the events and properties currently visible in this list, avoiding unnecessary clutter. From here, you can either copy the schema to your clipboard to paste it into a file, or download it directly. For this example, we'll just download it to see directly all the schemas that Trackingplan has generated from these specific GA4 events. Now, let's say you want to replicate the setup you've just exported, keeping the same rules and specifications, into another environment or into another client. In this example, we'll use the same client but import the configuration into a different plan, this time for their apps. First, we'll go to the GA4 destination, which is where we want to replicate this setup. Then we'll open the export menu and click Import JSON Schema. Now let's drag and drop the JSON file we've previously exported. Trackingplan will prompt you to choose which events and properties you'd like to import, but as the idea is to replicate this whole setup, we'll just click on Select All. Finally, before importing, take a moment to check out the advanced options, which can give you more control over how your schema is applied. For instance, you have the possibility to forbid other properties and auto-forbid new ones, so that only the properties you've defined in your schema are allowed, and everything else, existing or new, is automatically marked as forbidden. You also have the option to preserve event and property descriptions that already exist in your plan, reuse existing enums and regex, so your imported properties that match existing rules get linked automatically, and clear all existing events in that destination before the import, which can't be undone, so make sure you only use it if you really want to start fresh. Once you've gone through all the advanced options and selected everything you need, we'll click Import to bring your schema in. And that's it. Our client's web setup is now replicated in their app environment, ready to go. Less manual work, fewer errors, and more time to focus on what really matters, delivering value as you scale your agency. Thanks for watching, and happy tracking.